Hiya friends, and welcome as always to CJoy Yoga. So I just posted a video about gargling and how gargling manually stimulates the vagus nerve. I have started to make a video and write a post about oral hygiene, specifically tongue scraping, a couple times, and then for whatever reason, one time I lost the video, one time I just got lazy, and I'm like, am I really gonna do but I do. I wanna get you guys turned on to tongue scraping. It's a really important part of oral hygiene in the Ayurvedic tradition. I've been doing it for years and I love it, and there's no way I would ever stop doing it having done it for this long. So as I started to say, but in case you didn't watch that other video, the very first place digestion begins is not down in your stomach, it's in your mouth. So chew slower, take your time with the food in your mouth, chew, let the digestive enzymes start to come in the mouth, the saliva, right? So that first process prepares it for its next process. So it doesn't skip part of it and be like, well, stomach, but you're supposed to digest everything. Hello, it's actually starting here. And you have a microbiome. Most of us now at this point in time know about the microbiome of the gut. You have a microbiome everywhere. One in your sinuses, one in your mouth, one in your throat, one in your... It's different from your small intestine to your large intestine. There are different bacterium, etc. Good, beneficial, I shouldn't say good, beneficial, and non-beneficial. The same is true in your mouth, right? And so tongue scraping does a really great job of helping that microbiome, getting rid of the non-beneficial and letting the beneficial thrive, so that you have a clean mouth. Not so much so if you kiss someone you don't have bad breath. That's great. It does help with halitosis and all the other stuff. But one of the main things that it does is it gets that mouth in a really great place, so when you put food into it, it already starts the digestion process in a healthy, beneficial way, right? So I don't have my tongue scraper with me. That's the bad news about me making the video right now down here while I'm set up. I'm set up, it's great, I'm finally doing it, but I don't have the tongue scraper to show you. But it's basically just a curved piece of metal. I'll put some links to some places you can get them. The metal that they work with a lot in Ayurveda is copper, but you can find, which are harder to find, but the stainless steel ones are around. I haven't found any here in Walla Walla. There's one ugly little plastic nasty one at Andy's. Please don't buy it, it's plastic. I'll give you links to get it, right? I believe in buying local, but if you can't buy a metal one here in town, go somewhere and get it. I mean, go online and get it. And so basically you take that up, right? It's in your hands, and you right? And so you scrape your tongue, and in doing so you take this big layer of amma overnight, what Ayurveda calls amma. It's basically the toxic material, right? Overnight your body is digesting and it's trying to get rid of all those toxins. One of the places that it surfaces is on your tongue, so you're scraping all those things that your body couldn't digest, needs to get rid of, and you're getting rid of it. You're helping your body get rid of it by scraping it off of the tongue. Brushing the tongue does not work. It's not an effective tool. It doesn't remove it. Moves it around real good. It gets it in your toothbrush. Then you've got some really nasty toxic material in your toothbrush that you probably don't really get out with just a little bit of water. So really buy and use a tongue scraper and make that part of your morning ritual. I do it at evening as well. Ayurveda doesn't really say do that. It's really the first thing in the morning bit. And there's a whole bunch of other oral hygienes, but I think that's a great place to start. I think if we try to like put in 5 new things, it ain't gonna happen, right? But if we take one new thing and we put it in, and then maybe just one more thing, but we'll see. I always find more things. One of the main reasons that I have had some people say they won't do it is gag reflex. I also have a gag reflex, right? And it was when I first started doing this, it got activated pretty much every time I scraped my tongue. Never to the point where I vomited, right? Just so what? It's a little uncomfortable and you have a little bit of that. But the good news is by doing this, I've been doing it for 10 to 12 years, I don't even know, scraping my tongue daily, and I no longer have as reactive of a gag reflex. That has shifted over time just by nature of me doing that motion. So if there's one thing I could encourage you to bring into your daily oral hygiene routine, it's to get a tongue scraper and to get your tongue off every morning when you wake up. You know, in Ayurveda, they believe before you drink water, before you do anything, like get that off so that it can't go back and in and recirculate through your body. Get it out of there. You can put any questions and comments and posts and things like that, and I'm happy to answer them. And again, this is, we'll call it installment number 1. There are a couple other really cool practices, but I think it's best to just start with one, try to add it in, get it in your back pocket where it just becomes habitual and routine, and then think about adding in other things around that. So yeah, I think that's all I have to say about that right now. I'll put posts where you can buy some nice ones in the, I'm not saying that well. I will put in the post links to websites where you can purchase a tongue scraper. I think I said that correctly. Woo! Happy morning. Okay, love you guys.